Smart, smart, do. We are the children, the children of God. Come, come, come. We change our world. We have what it takes to do it smart and make it smart. Welcome to our Smart Do.
Hello viewers, welcome back to another exciting episode. We are on the Smart Edu platform. This is Standard 6 Social Studies, looking at traditional forms of government, as we start by looking at the Kabaka found in Uganda. Now, as I start, I will first of all go into the various traditional forms of government that were there before. Now, as we look at the various traditional forms of government, various traditional forms of government. Okay? Now, number one, we look at the various forms of government very quickly. Number one, we have what we have as the kingdom system. Kingdom system. Now, this kind of system of the kingdoms was exercised, it was normally a hereditary based system of government, okay? So it was administered by what they called kings, okay? For example, the Kabaka was a king in the Buganda kingdom. So that was a system of government that was used by the Bugandas, the Ugandans in their country, okay? We also have what we term as the empire. Empire form of government, the empire system. This is found in Ethiopia, where they used to have what was known as the emperors. Okay? It was a system used in Ethiopia, and had the people who are known as the emperors. Okay? Who are the people heading the system in the government? So for this, we are talking about Uganda. Okay? Number three system that we had was of the chiefdoms. 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 Now, this was found in Tanzania. It's a system that was being used in Tanzania, whereby the head, they used to head what we call the powerful chiefs. Powerful chiefs. So it's a system of government that was used in Tanzania to show the powerful chiefs that were there in the system. Another kind of system, very quickly, we have what was known as the Council of Elders. This is found in Kenya among the Meru. That up to today, the Merus have what they call the Council of Elders, known as the Njuri Ncheke. The Njuri Ncheke are very powerful, whereby they determine what happens in their tribe, in their Meru people. They settle disputes, they come up with a lot of activities, and they have a very powerful council of elders that is respected until today. Now, let us start working on the kingdom, on the Kabaka kingdom, on the kingdom system, whereby we have what we call the Kabaka. Now, we are not going to go looking at the various kings that were there during that time, because we have the Kabaka Mtesa 1, Kabaka Mtesa 2, okay? And that was a system that was being used in Uganda. Now, we need to understand that the Baganda had a centralized system of government where they had kings who was the title was Kabaka. So their king, the title was Kabaka. It was a hereditary based type of kingship, whereby, what do you mean by hereditary? It means that if your father was a king, his son could be the king, then his son, when he grew up, his son. It was a lineage thing, or a lineage kind of system of governance that was being used during that time. Now, we are going to look at the functions of the Kabaka. What are the activities of the Kabaka? The functions. We are going to look at the functions of the Kabaka. So, number one function that he used to undertake, he was the administrative head. Okay? He was the administrative head. What do you mean by administrative head? He was the overall ruler. He used to undertake of all activities that was being run during the system. Another one, number 2, he was a judicial. He was a judicial. He was the final court of appeal. Okay, he had the final say in terms of matters or issues that had real problem. He was the final say, or the final person, the final one that he could give during disputes or any activities that are being carried out. In terms of he was religious. He was religious. What do you mean by religious? Is that he was believed to be a demigod. So what do you mean by a demigod? He was believed that to be a certain kind of God on earth. Okay? Whereby he acted as a link between people and God. So he acted as a link between people and God. And that is why he was believed to be a demigod. Another one was a military function. What do you mean by military? He would set when people to go for war or to make peace. So he was the chief of the armed forces. And he gave final decision in terms of war between the Buganda and the Bunyoro. If there was a war that would undertake, he would give the final say. Now, we find that he was assisted. Okay? He was assisted by 3 ministers. He was assisted by 3 ministers. And I want us to look namely on these ministers. Okay? So I want to see here is the Kabaka. Here we have the Kabaka, that is the king. He was assisted by 3 ministers. Okay? So, the first minister, I want to see, even if before the Europeans came, as Africans, we had a system of running ourselves. Okay? Whereby you see, when you see such kind of a system, you understand that these people, the Africans, were good information on their own kind of system of governance. Okay? So number 1, he had what was known as the Prime Minister. He had the Prime Minister. And number 2, he had what was known as Chief Justice. And number 3 that he had was known as the Treasurer. He had the Treasurer. Now, the Prime Minister, there is a name they gave to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister was known as the Katikiro. Katikiro. Okay? We had the Chief Justice, who was known as Omulamuzi. In Kiswahili, when you are deciding a case, you say amua, uamuzi. Fanya uamu is known as the Omulamuzi. Then he had the treasurer known as the Omwanika. He had what was known as the Omwanika. So this is a kind of system that he had. He had people to assist him and undertakes the various duties. Now, you come to understand that he also had what was known as a parliament. So this kind of people were actually, seems that they were very educated. He had also what we call a parliament. And the parliament had a specific name. What was the name? It was known as Lukiko. Lukiko was the parliament, my friend. These people knew how to structure the system of government. Now, the function of the Lukiko, of the parliament, number 1 was to make laws. Number 1 was to make laws. You'd make laws. Okay? It's the same as the parliament that we have today. Number 2 was to give advice to the Kabaka. So advice is to give advice to Kabaka. You would advise the Kabaka. Number 3 that we have was to settle disputes. It was to settle disputes. Any issues that came, that arose, was to settle those disputes. Another one was to head the expenditure and collection of taxes. So collect taxes and revenues from the people. So they had a very powerful system of governance. I want us to quickly look at the administrative structure. Let us look at the administrative structure. Let us look at the administrative structure. Administrative administrative structure that was there by then. Now, let us look very quickly at the administrative structure. So, the kingdom was divided further, okay, into counties, okay. So, let us say this is a kingdom. This is the entire kingdom, okay. I want us to look at this as the entire kingdom. So, this is the what you call the Baganda. The Baganda kingdom. Now, looking at Baganda kingdom, so it was divided into counties, let us say. Okay? So it was divided into counties. Now, these counties were known as Sazas. Sazas. Like the way we have a governor in every county, they used to have what was known as the Saza chief. They had what was known as Saza chief. Okay? Okay? Saza chief. Now, those counties were subdivided into sub-counties. So this county, so for example, this county was further divided, okay, into what was known as Gombolola. Gombolola, which was headed by a Gombolola chief. Gombolola chief. You understand now? So, then those Gombolola chiefs were further divided, okay, into what was known as Vitongole. So this was further divided to call what was known as Vitongole. And the Vitongole was headed by a Batongole chief. Batongole chief was headed by a Batongole chief. That was headed by them. Now, and finally, we have what the Vitongole were divided in what was known as were Vitongole into villages. That was further divided into what was known as the Miruka chief. Okay? Further divided into what was known as Miruka chiefs. Okay? That helped in the running. So head of clan of the Pataka helped in the clan on related on issues of land. So thank you so much for your time. Have a blessed day.